Joining us now to talk about this, mother of all caravans, and the latest on the Biden welfare bill is Congressman from Texas, Pat Fallon. Congressman Fallon, thanks for being here.
Tom, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
So I want to get to the border in a second, but, Nancy Pelosi says negotiations are about 90% there with the socialists and the cultural Marxists and the far-left folks on slimming down this Biden spending spree. She says that a vote is scheduled for, appropriately enough, Halloween. What is the latest that you are hearing on the status of this bill?
Well, it might not surprise you, Tom, that the Speaker does not consult with members of the Republican Party on pretty much anything. So I did just see that news report as well, that they're just trying to beat down Joe Manchin and appease the senator from Arizona, Sinema. And I'm praying that they continue to be at impasse, because it's saving the American people and, more importantly, our kids from being just burdened with a crushing debt. This is just as you said, just a socialist wish list spending spree and nothing more.
Congressman, going back to the border, a massive group, reportedly more than 3,000 people strong, includes families, young children, heading toward the border. What are you hearing in your district about this continuing crisis?
Well, my constituents are asking me, why isn't somebody doing something about it? And I'm telling them, well, this is what you get when Democrats control all levers of the federal government. We went and talked, I've been to the border repeatedly this year, and Customs and Border Patrol tell us we can secure the border. We just don't have the orders to do so. And now, look, the figures don't lie. There's been 7 months in a row of over 170,000 illegal crossings. And that's never happened before in our history. 1.7 million this fiscal year. We're on pace this calendar year for 2 million. And President Trump, through his policies, had taken this flood and reduced it to a trickle. But then you have Joe Biden that then turned the taps back on, and people across the world know if you can reach the border, there's a very good chance that you're going to be let into the country.
Yeah, you're going to get in, you're going to get a plane ticket, a bus ticket, you're going to get health care, you're going to get education, you're going to get food. Earlier on Wake Up America, Newsmax border correspondent Jason Jones gave an update on the caravan that is coming toward us in the coming days. Take a listen.
The place to watch was Tapachula, where the caravan had been gathering, and that we believed that they would make it through there. Sure enough, they did, but the numbers were dramatically reduced. Now, that's not really getting out. I think the numbers now, based on people that I've been talking to on the ground throughout the weekend, are between 3,000 and 6,000. So what's next for us in the next 48 hours? They're going to hit Mexico City. As they do, those groups are going to break up as they want to disperse across the southwest border of the United States. And from there, that's where the U.S. intelligence agencies, federal, state, and local law enforcement will really be focused on what the numbers are going to be.
Congressman, we're at a point now where if it's only 3,000 to 6,000, it seems like it's a low number. Your thoughts?
Well, what Joe Biden has done is made every state a border state. 2 million people this year, Tom. That's adding the entire state of West Virginia to our country.
That's right.
And we're allowing Mexico and other countries to export their poverty into the country. We're talking about approximately 122 other countries have had citizens cross the border illegally. And the most alarming thing that nobody's really talking about is the Mexican drug cartels are making record and wild profits, because when half of our Border Patrol agents are babysitting, changing diapers, and administering COVID tests, it's a lot easier to sneak through cocaine, methamphetamine, and fentanyl. They have seized, the DEA has seized 10,469 pounds of fentanyl just this year, which is enough to kill 2.3 billion people, or every American 7 times over. This is alarming, and we can secure the border, as the Border Patrol says, but Joe Biden just doesn't have the will.
Now, Texas is taking matters into their own hands because Washington apparently won't do it. Obviously, you have National Guard troops, you have law enforcement going down there. What is your level of confidence that they have enough resources at this point to try to stem the tide?
Well, I'm very happy to see that Governor Abbott has stepped up and said we're going to start arresting people for criminal trespass. Because if we're sending a signal to folks around the world that if they get here, they're going to be taken care of. There's going to be more of it. Anytime you incentivize something, you're going to get more of it. And that's what Biden has done. He's looking the other way. And the cartels are incredibly dangerous. Their GDP is somewhere between $15 and $50 billion a year. That is at a nation state level. Estonia, one of our NATO allies,
right,
has a GDP of $32 billion. and they're the most evil people on the planet. There's violence and mayhem wherever they go. And that's why you see along the southern border of Texas, the people there are trending Republican in waves because they're at the tip of the spear and they're tired of it. And they want to live the American dream, not get it crushed and live in the American nightmare.
And of course, as you said, you pointed out, the border is coming right into your backyard. This is a national problem. It is not just a Texas problem. Every state is a border state. Congressman Pat Fallon, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks, Tom. God bless.